the past couple of months have been kind of tough for me emotionally because I've had some family stuff going on.
Right.
And there are times when I wake up and I think, you know, I just want to sleep, but I know if I just put on my shorts, if I put on my running shoes and start walking out to the beach to go for a run, I know I'm going to feel better. I know I will.
So how do you get to that point, though? What's motivating you?
Here's one way. There's thousands of ways of doing it. One way is when you get back from your workout, sit down for 5 minutes. Just sit for 5 minutes and ask yourself, how do I feel? Endorphins are coursing through my body. I feel my muscles. I feel my legs. I feel energized, and I want that feeling. So the next time you think to yourself, I can't get out there, just sit and close your eyes for just a minute and say, you know what? I remember that feeling.
Right.
Because once it's done, oh man, short-term goals. Maybe you need another trainer. You need another trainer.
Well, it doesn't even necessarily, you know, always pertain to working out, though, either. I mean, just to some people, for them to just get out of bed because maybe they're going through a difficult time and whatnot, and for them to even motivate themselves to get out of bed, which is a step. Like for me, to get out of bed would not be a step because it's not a process. It's not difficult for me to do that. But somebody who's going through a lot in their life, you know, it's very easy to just sit there and want to shut out the world.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but that's the first step that maybe some people have to take. And the difference is that the first step is going to vary for different people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. For some people I work with, I tell them, look, I will call you. I will get you out of bed. You know, I'm not here for you to love me yet.
Right.
You may hate me, you know, but you're going to love the results. I met Jack LaLanne years ago. I used to work for a company called Sweat and Smile. We'd do corporate fitness.
Oh my gosh.
Sweat and Smile, I love that term. And even today, I think he's like 88, 90 years old. He's my idol. I see men who are in their 70s and 80s, and he's 90, I think 90,
oh my God,
still taking care of himself. It's like but he said, and this is what he said years ago, I hate exercise, but I love the results. So you're in television, you want to look good. That's an inspiration. That right there is part of it. I hate to see something happen to you when you realize, oh my gosh, I have something to lose now.
Right.
Because I don't want people to come to those terms.
Right.
Like I see people on the street and they're maybe 50 pounds, 100 pounds overweight. That's something I learned going through my rehabilitation. Because I gained about 40 pounds. I was walking with a limp. People would ask me, what's wrong with you? Oh, I was in the Marines and whatever. I crashed a motor. Just make a story. Make a story. But I never, ever judge people anymore. Because you never know.
You don't.
Somebody might have already lost 100 pounds. Maybe they have 100 more to go. You never know. And I never judge anyone by how they look. You never know who's behind those eyes. I just love that. I love talking to people and finding out about people. And that's where I get a lot of inspiration. One little anecdote I was thinking about was the guy in the train. This man on the train, and people are sitting around reading their newspapers, and he's got these 3 sons, and they're just wreaking havoc, jumping and screaming all over the train, and he's just kind of in a zone. The guy across from him is reading his newspaper, and the kid keeps slapping his newspaper, and he's just getting upset.
Right.
So he puts his newspaper down and says, hey, pal, could you do me a favor? Could you calm your kids down? The guy comes out of his fog and says, oh, I'm really sorry. We just came from my wife's funeral, and I just can't control the boys right now, so I'll do what I can. The guy said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Because you never know. You never know.
That's definitely true. I mean, just in any situation,
Yeah.
you don't know. You know, someone could be yelling at you or whatever the case may be. I was in Trader Joe's yesterday, and one of the workers there actually hit this lady, like barely tapped her with a cardboard box that she was wheeling. And the lady that she tapped got mad and was just furious. And she said, you know, I can't believe she got that mad. And I kept thinking, well, I don't know where she just came from. Maybe she's had a horrible day. Maybe something bad happened.
Yeah.
You know, and that just kind of set her off. I mean, you have no idea what someone's going through or what they're coming from. Yeah. So, I mean, I love learning about other people, though. You know, where they come from and what they do and stuff. And I think that that's inspiring to me to get out there and do something, make a difference.
Well, I've been real lucky. I've been very, very blessed ever since that point in time, because I came around Performing Arts Scholarship, sang professionally for 7 years, danced for 12 years, started teaching fitness just out of the blue my ex-wife and I were in the kitchen one day, phone rang, someone called her up, says, hey, can you teach a fitness class? I'm busy. So she handed me the phone. Yeah, I can do that. Sure. So I just went from 0 to 100 miles an hour teaching fitness.
gosh.
3 months later, they fired me. I got fired
For
from
what?
teaching. She says, you're not energetic enough. I said, wait a second here. Give me a second chance.
Right.
And you know what? People always deserve a second chance. Second chances are a good thing.
Yes.
And I turned it around, and 3 years later, I'm teaching a fitness class. I'm having a great time. Somebody walked up and said, you're pretty entertaining. We're doing a TV show. Do you want to be part of our show? I said, sure. So I was like one of the background people in the exercise show. And that was me. The next thing I know, I'm hosting the show. The next thing I know, I'm producing and hosting the show. And I had some women on the show. I decided, you know, I'm going to make this real. I did a kid show. I had my son on the show, his kindergarten class.
That's funny.
I did a show with these two ladies from a gym called Women at Large. I don't know if you've heard about it. From the Pacific Northwest down to San Diego. The gym catered to very large people.
Right.
These women were size 22.
Okay.
They're about 5'3", so they're very large and rotund.
Right.
But we're outdoors, by the beach, and we're working out. People are getting off the ferry, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" That's your first reaction is, "Oh my God, look at these people!" But you realize everybody can work out. Everybody can do this. A little bit goes a long way. If you just go out and buy a cheap pair of shoes, lace them up, and walk downstairs and back upstairs, it makes a difference. It all makes a difference. So I was fortunate enough to do that, and then that led to some other shows, national talk shows, and Entertainment Tonight, Good Morning America, CNN, and then I love it. I love making a difference in people's lives.
So how do you keep inspiring yourself to keep doing all these things?
I keep motivating myself through goals, short-term goals. You know, go out and run a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon. Because you're going to be out there running and you're going to think, oh, this is tough. But you'll see someone like Sarah Reinertson, who's one of the ladies who lives in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
She has a prosthetic limb. She
On her
runs.
leg,
She's 29. She had tissue deficiency in her leg and was amputated when she was a kid.
Oh my gosh.
And she wears a prosthetic limb, and she's out there doing an Ironman.
Oh my gosh.
So if I think that's hard for me, hello.
Think of it for her.
So it's like, wow. You look at that and you think to yourself, she can do this. I can do this. Yeah. So I'm always looking to other people. Sometimes I just think to myself, you know, I'm getting older.
Right.
And
we all are.
We all are. Thank heavens.
We don't get
because there's only one alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want that.
Yes.
And I just want things to be better and better and better. My goal is to live to be 120. And I want to be that for people.
Right.
I have guys half my age who will go out for a run and I'll just kick their butts because I'm working at it daily. The aging process slows down. Mm-hmm. We have science on our side. We have nutrition. We have so much on our side to make things better for us. My roommate, I'm a caregiver for my roommate. She was in a severe accident years ago and she was also killed. But she's got all this stuff going on, but she's doing her stuff. She's back in school. She's in her 40s. She's back in school. She's making her life work for her.
But I think that's really important is that it's never too late to do something if you really want to do it. I mean, if you're inspired or motivated, you know, or just pushed because there's something that you never got a chance to do or something that's kind of eating you up inside saying you need to do this or you need to do that, you can always go back and do it.
It's never too late.
It isn't. But a lot of people sit there and say, well, you know, I'm at this stage of my life and I have this job and, you know, how can I really go do that? Trust me, you can find a way to do it if you want to.
And if people want a button pushed, they get a hold of you, you get a hold of me, I'll call them.
There you go.
Because that's it. That's what you do. You lend a hand. And an hour, if you get a trainer, someone that you like, someone that you know, who's real. Now, a lot of my work, I take people, I go out and play. I just take them out to the beach.
Right.
We'll go to a park.